Why? Because it challenges your spirit, helps you to be mature, spiritually mature, emotionally mature. You grow stability in these areas. Stability is needed because you cannot weather a certain storm, wilderness, if you don't have stability and maturity in these areas. Start to shift your lens on the way you see long suffering. To suffer is mandatory to grow in Christ. Where you're going, where the Lord is leading you, you need stability, maturity, and only a real trial, tribulation, storm, circumstance, struggle can do that. Here we are, grand and rising. Grand rising. Grand rising. Here we are, grand and rising on this beautiful and blessed Training Tuesday rising. Beloved, are you able to suffer long? But more importantly, are you able to suffer well? You see, we forget that long suffering is a fruit of the Spirit. And actually, there is a standard that the Lord holds us to. There is something that the Lord desires that we do and produce when we are suffering. Now, as you can hear, it's like common sense. Suffering is mandatory, it's required, it's a priority, especially if you are a child of God. You have to suffer. You will suffer. No matter what that looks like, it may look like you losing a loved one. It may look like you losing something that you've always dreamt of having. It may look like you struggling in different aspects and areas of life, but we all must suffer. Now, Jesus did tell us that in this life, the life that you and I both live, we will have a lot of trials and tribulations. Now, do trials and tribulations feel good? I don't know about you, but me no like them. They don't feel good. They don't taste good. They don't sound good. They don't smell good. We just, as humans, we don't like them, right? But I have learned in my life, after giving my life completely and surrendering my life completely to the Lord, after I've done that, I have learned over the course of years that trials and tribulations, depending on your perception of them, depending on your perspective, they can be the best thing that ever happened to you. Why? Because it challenges your spirit. Why? Because it helps you to be mature, spiritually mature, physically mature, emotionally mature. You start to see that you grow stability in these areas in which stability is needed because you cannot weather a certain storm, weather a certain wilderness, if you don't have stability and maturity in these areas. So, beloved, I want to encourage you today to start to shift your lens on the way you see long suffering. First of all, plant in your mind that to suffer is mandatory, it's required to grow in Christ, to grow in the commission, to grow in the calling that God has called you specifically to. Where you're going, where you're headed, where the Lord is leading you, you need stability, you need maturity, and only a real trial, tribulation, storm, circumstance, struggle can do that. And I also want to encourage you that while you're in that trial, don't focus on the things that's going wrong. Focus on the lesson God is teaching you. Don't focus on the things that you see is happening to you. Focus on what's happening for you and invite the Lord in those spaces and say, Abba, what are you showing me? Abba, what do I need to open my eyes to? Abba, give me your lens. I need to see what's happening. I want to stay vigilant. I want to be sober minded, and I want to grasp everything with understanding of what you're showing me. And I'm telling you, the trajectory of how you suffer will change. And sometimes suffering won't even feel like suffering anymore. And I'm literally speaking from a place of experience. So I pray that this blessed you guys and that you can take this in the rest of your week and in the rest of your life to suffer well in a way that it's pleasing to the Lord. I love you guys, and I'll see you on tomorrow's Rising.